Hello, this is Bobby, Copal TV repair with a video today which will probably be a little bit long. It's made for a particular customer of ours that I believe purchased or maybe sent for repair, I don't remember, that board for Vizio M550NV. I do not know if that is their unique signature here or some other signature, but it is unique. And that's why I'm focusing on it. I believe they said that the board, the HDMIs were working at the beginning, but then they stopped, and that it wasn't remembering channels, unless the second part about the channels may have been about a different board. Anyhow, when it was returned here, we put it right in the TV. That was yesterday. And it worked for a couple of hours, and it worked for a couple of hours today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start all over the whole thing, plugging it on, making sure that the Vizio sign is flashing underneath as it should be. Yes, it is. I don't know if you can see it. And I will wait for it a little longer. We scan the channels. This is our indoor antenna going on top of another TV there. Reception, of course, is not very good considering it's indoor, but it's good enough. We found 34 channels. And so we tested the antenna input. It was working after power on, power off, HDMI player, the usual. And boards for testing. No, that's boards for testing afterwards. That one. This is the HDMI player with which we just feed audio with some music player, and through the USB ports we just get the power for that USB player. This way we test USB outputs at the same time as the HDMI input. So this has stopped blinking, and that means I can power it on. From the contacts I see we've connected everything, so let's try this. Let's see if it powers up. Okay, I see the LED on the inverter board is on, so this means there should be a Vizio sign here underneath. It will be sideways on your... And this is television. I can tell by the fact that it's not our HDMI input. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the remote. Getting the remote. Going under. Let's first change channel and see what happens. That's something else. Now let's change input and go to HDMI 1. HDMI 1. Okay, this is our media player. We haven't done anything to that board. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it off, because today we made another one of those boards that I would also like to test, and we'll just go through the same procedure. Scan has already been done on both boards, and it just takes a lot of time, and there's really no point standing and waiting. As you can see, that board had powered on, went through the blinking, and it started on that channel that it had apparently remembered. I'm not 100% sure this customer was complaining about loss of channels. I think it was, because we only had another board returned to us at the same time, and it was for a different Vizio. I don't know, I think it arrived today or yesterday. So this is also M550, it's just another board that we fixed today. It is also for sale, and also, the best that we can tell, is functional. I am assembling it now, and the last thing that I'm going to put is the power connector, because it will start booting then. Making sure it's even here. Alright, this is important, the Bluetooth port, connector, front logo, the infrared, which we keep on top so that we have better access for, and just to pick up some unique marking, probably the one that's under the label. We still haven't put a date on it because we don't know when are we gonna sell it and when warranty will begin. Plug the HDMI, plug the USB. I can plug the antenna while it's booting. I'm gonna start it to boot now, and going down to see whether it is blinking as it should be. Yes, it is. There you go. While it is initializing, as this is normal for them, we'll hook that up. Because as I said, we searched on both boards with the antenna and it came up with the same thing, 34 or 37 or something like that channels. As far as we can tell, there really is no difference between the two boards. We don't care which one we will send. We make that video so that the customer knows. We make such videos every time customer returns a board that we find in working order, which happens about half the times when customers return boards. It is entirely possible that there may be an intermittent problem. That is a possibility in every single situation, for every single board, for every case. So that's not something that anybody can say, you know what, I'm certain there are no intermittent problems. So I cannot say that. Nobody should be saying that they can be sure that there are no intermittent problems. But it will be highly unusual for an intermittent problems to show up and be persistent on the customer side and not show here in a 2-day, I would say, heavy use. And for some reason I'm failing to put that properly in. Which is odd. And I'm thinking that it's already done initializing. Okay. And the thread caught up. So I think it has finished blinking, and what I'm going to do, as you can see, I didn't even put the wheel this time. It's not really required, but I think it should be about ready. Yes, this showed up. Let's go under, see the Vizio. The Vizio is up there. And now let's see when it will start on. Again, TV. Okay, let's see a different channel. I'm switching with the remote. Okay. Another channel change. Okay, now let's go the HDMI. Okay, that one works well. If we start testing the apps, it can take forever. I just press the apps button and you can see them down there showing up. I didn't do that in the other TV. That is because we very rarely ever have problems with them. And as we tell many customers, we don't test every single thing in a smart TV. That is virtually impossible. But those are two boards. I'm sorry, really. Those are two boards that each one of them worked for a number of hours. This one worked yesterday for at least 4 hours. Another two today. This one worked for maybe 3 hours today. Turn on, turn off, HDMI works, antenna works. This is as much as we can do. You know, if a board is returning, it works for us. We can't fix it. It works. So a customer will decide what they want to do and which board they want to send back. To us, it is all the same. We will send one and sell the other because there is no problem that we can find. Hope this helps the customer. Sorry if I have taken your time hoping to find how to repair those. They have different issues and we have different videos and options discussing repair and replacement. Thanks again.